Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Jewel Nation. We start here with chapstick. I am hella nervous for this video. I really am, because it's going to be a lot of back and forth, and I'm just hoping I don't confuse myself. And so I'm going to go slow, which means there will be a lot of downtime, which means there will be a lot of editing. And so the concept of the Crazy Jewel Nation is the crazy is just having fun with our makeup. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It can be a form of self-care. For me it is, and I know for a lot of other people it is too. If this is your profession, you should love what you do. So it's still fun, right? The troll part is not adhering to, we need a certain brand, we need a certain tool, you need to apply the product a certain way for your makeup to look nice. And so if someone wants to say your makeup's not bomb, you can call me a troll, you can call me whatever, but I'm gonna wear what I want to wear and rock it with confidence. And that's what I want all of you to do, is to not really give too much concern for what the beauty community's standard of beauty is, because you're beautiful inside and out. So here it is about self-acceptance, self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, but not feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look. I do curse sometimes on my channel. This is what else you'll see here. So what this, yeah, I'm just really nervous about this. And so I've been putting off doing this video for a while, and I know Nomad is coming out with a new palette. And so I said, now would be the perfect time to show you some comparisons, not just the colors so much, but how they look on the eye. Because for me, sometimes it'll swatch one way, look a certain shade, and when I apply it, it's like, whoa, like it looks different. And so I did swatches that I post on YouTube, and I will insert a picture here. Those are the shades to me that looked like they would be similar. And again, it was hand swatches. My hand is not the same shade as my face. So this video is, we're going to do one look on one eye, another look on the other eye, using the shades that look like they would be the same. And we're going to see if the looks do look the same. So the brushes that we're going to use, and yes, I'm hella nervous because I'm easily confused. I do have notes, and yeah, I'm nervous. So we're going to be using the Esom T37 brushes. I have out duplicate brushes because just to give the shadows a fair chance, and I'd be like, oh, well, this brush made it look this way and that one made it look that way. So we're using the same brushes. These are Hourglass number 3 brushes, Scott Barnes number 63, Scott Barnes number 61, Esom V31. The rest of these I'm showing you we may or may not use, but I put them out because we may. Esom V09, sorry about that. Fenty 230, Hourglass number 9. So those are the brushes we're going to use. I have them laid out in order that I'm going to use them. I'm going to prime my eye with the Fenty eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to edit this part out. I forgot to let you know the palettes we're going to be using are all of my Nomad palettes except for one, all except the Venice Simplin Express, and that was my most recent acquisition. Haunted Europe, Berlin Underground, and I will show you the shades as I use them. America's Parks, and Whistler Snow Lodge palette. So yeah, you see why I'm nervous, because we're going to be in and out of 4 different palettes. I'm going to blend this out with my usual angle concealer brush. I'm going to edit this out. The first shade we're going to take is from Haunted Europe, and we're going to take Huska's Castle, this shade right here, and that's going to go on our inner corner. I need to write down left or right eye. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I will, oh my gosh. I am like so freaking nervous. My left will be your right, my right will be your left. Let's try and get this started again. I am so nervous. This is ridiculous. Huska's Castle with this brush on our inner corner. Oh, wow. Actually, inner lid. And so I could have used a bigger brush. So we're going to take this to about here. We're going to go into Whistler, this shade here, which is Berry Cool. Same brush, but a clean one, because remember I showed you 2 of each, and that's going to go, you guessed it, you guys are so smart. Ooh, they do look different. I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is an experiment, because I know when we look at palettes and it's like, okay, we have golds, we have greens, we have browns, we have blacks, yada, yada, yada. Do I need this other palette? Number one, you don't need it. Okay, makeup is a luxury, but sometimes we feel like we need it to round out our collection, or just because it's so pretty, we want to get it. So this is just to show you, and for myself, like, are they really similar? Wow. Putting that brush down. Back into Haunted Europe, Bloody Mary, this shade here, with this brush. Center of our lid. We're going to lightly blend in between just by sweeping the brush back and forth. Oh, I think that blend looks nice. I do have a discount code for Nomad. I will put that over here, and also it is down below. There's a lot of information down below. It is not an affiliate code. I do not receive any commission, and I know there's other channels who have affiliate codes where you get a discount and they get commission. It doesn't matter to me if you use my code or not. Just save yourself some money. We're going to put that brush down. Back into Whistler, this shade here, which is Up to Snow Good, the clean one. Center lid, of course. I'm running out of space here to put the used brushes. I'm gonna have fun watching all these brushes later, because I do. Oh, I'm just amazed at, like, if they look similar or not, or if they're dupes, because sometimes the shade will be similar but it's not an exact dupe. So this is really helping me out. We're going to sweep lightly in between the blend. That's a nice blend too. And so that's why I wanted to go ahead and get this done. I've had this idea for like about a month now, and I kept putting it off because I'm like, this will be a lot of work. And they have a new palette coming out now, which I just said, which you may know already. And so I said, you know what, let me do this because wrong brush. This is the brush for this side. So we're going to just tap that back here. So if you do decide to buy that palette, you might see, you know, one of these palettes that you might want to purchase. And so I really wanted to just pump this out and get it done. Putting that brush down. Berlin Underground, Love Parade with this brush here. Guess where that's going to go? Y'all are so smart. Trolls are highly intelligent, I'm telling you. We're a smart bunch. And we're going to lightly sweep. We're going to use the edge of the brush actually just to sweep over for a blend. Actually, we'll just take the whole brush and just sweep it over for a blend. And we will deal with this piece. I was going to say later, but I just fixed it. So let me stop messing with it. So that's Love Parade. Still just sweeping it for a blend. This could be your look. Do your lower lash line and be done. But of course, do more blending across the top. Putting that brush down. Haunted Europe. We're going to take Krampus. This shade here. Clean one of these. Place that here. Lightly feathering. Just for a blend. Isn't this interesting? Going to put that down. Haunted Europe again. Drags Home Castle. This brush here. And this will be for our transition. Ooh, it's going to be dark. I'm going lightly, so I'm holding the brush down near the end. And I'm going lightly. I think I'm going to leave this like this because I am liking that I was able to get it on lightly and the line is more or less straight over. So I think I'm going to leave that like that. Putting that brush down, going into Whistler, going skiing, same brush but a clean one. So is it really the same? Try and do the same thing very lightly. Going back in, because I did sideways and now I'm going directly in, since I am using the tip of the brush more so than the sides of the brush. I am liking this. We're going to put that brush down and go back to the brush we used for this side, not adding any more shadow, but because this line is thicker, I'm just going to see if I can get this just a little thicker. I think that worked. This is why I don't mind not having a color switch, because I will go back to the brush with the shade on it to do blending or dabbing or something, and I don't have to add more shadow onto the brush. Is this not interesting? Oh my goodness. We're going to take a green NYX retractable eyeliner and put this on our lower waterline. Why does it look like a shadow under here? I promise you I did not. Oh wow. Well, sometimes my under eye discoloration serves a purpose, huh? Wow. We're also going to put this on our inner rim at the bottom, just because I thought to take a brown, but since this is a green, actually it says golden olive. We're just going to go ahead and use this since it is a darker shade. I just love the subtle difference between your inner rim shade and not having a color there. Like, do you see that? Q-tip, because that made my eyes tear. So we're just going to stick this right here. Same thing on the other eye. Stick that right there. Put that down. We're going to take America's Parks Whole Rainforest, this shade here, with this brush. And that's going to go... Yeah, you see where it's going. I am coming down. To blow that out. Clean one. Whistler Snow Lodge. We're going to take Whistler, this shade here. Going to bring that down a little bit further like we did on the other side. This is a fun look. Berlin Underground Club Knot, and we're going to take this small little pencil brush because we're going to keep this close, very close to our lash line. We want that green to shine. Back into Whistler Snow Lodge, and we're taking Ski Out. We're going to go back to the brush we used for this side. Back to the brush for this side, because how we connected it here, and it's not going to stay connected because my eyes are teary. Another Q-tip. Back into Berlin Underground Club Knot, and this is the Fenty brush that I wasn't sure that we were going to use. Very, very little, and we're just going to lightly just feather in to just deepen this outer corner. I'm going to put that brush down. Back into Whistler Ski Out, very lightly, very lightly. We're going to take two brushes. I did not have out because I didn't plan on doing this part, but these are Esom V33 because I'm seeing how this is and I want to just kind of feather this in, and I didn't want to mix up the brushes I used for those colors, and so that's why I'm just taking clean brushes with no shadow on it whatsoever and just dusting that over. I'm going to put this one down, take this one, do the same thing on this side. Yeah, Fenty Fly Liner, and because I'm black, and we are going to use this for both sides. We're not going to do wings because my wings don't look the same, and I do want the looks to look similar since the colors are similar. if not possible dupes. I took this side up higher than I wanted to, so now I gotta make the entire line thick. Ugh, I hate when I do that. I'm coming back over here to make this line thicker because this one ended up thicker than I wanted it to be. Big Bang mascara, because I really do like this mascara. It came in a subscription box. We're going to do both our top and bottom lashes. I'm going to edit the rest of this out. I am digging this. What are we going to do for lips? Wiping off a little chapstick. I wish I can hear you. This is a MAC Grand Illusion Glossy Liquid Lip Color, and the shade is Queen's Violet. I think this is a winner. Oh my goodness. So if you're asking yourself, do I really need such and such a palette if I can do a look with such and such palette that I already have from Nomad? I cannot answer that question for you because it wasn't just one palette against another. We used four different palettes. Yes, I can count on a good day. So for this eye, we used Haunted Europe, Berlin Underground, and America's Parks. For this eye, we used Whistler Snow Lodge and Haunted Europe. So 2 palettes for this eye and 3 different palettes for this eye. It does seem like, looking at my notes, we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades in here on this eye, just out of this one palette versus all the other palettes for this eye. So if you wanted to skip Whistler Snow Lodge because you have Nomad, these are all Nomad, Haunted Europe, and Berlin Underground, and America's Parks, then I guess you could. But then when you look at Whistler Snow Lodge, you have all these other shades in here that we did not use as possible dupes. And so again, there is a code below for 10% off. I do not receive commission off of that. Use my code, use anybody else's code. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. It wasn't as complicated to do as I thought. I did take my time. I'm looking at 32 minutes, but I will edit out when I was figuring out this palette, that palette, this brush, that brush, all of that stuff. So if this was, what's the word, interesting to you, thumbs up the video, share it with other people, especially those who may be thinking, oh, Nomad's coming out with a new palette. I have the other palettes. Do I need to get the new palette? Or if you want to get other Nomad palettes, such as any of these that I used. And so this is what we have. Let me know if these are dupes. Let me know. Looking at it initially, this shade is not as shiny as this one. This is not as shiny as that one. The outer corner shades, that purple, this one was a little deeper. I do think the shades I used for transition are actually dupes. However, I did use them both very, 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 very lightly because those are, I think they're like mid to neutral tone browns. And of course the blacks, they are dupes. The greens, this one looks a little more shiny than this one. So you could dupe it, you could. But overall, I'm really glad I did this video. This was exciting for me just to see. At first glance, yes, that's the same look on both eyes. But when you get nuanced with it, this one's a little brighter, this one's a little deeper. But who would know? Would you know that these were 2 different looks with different palettes? Again, thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know if you really enjoyed this. I think I said it 3 times, and so I'm gonna go before I start babbling. Hang out. I will have an end cap, my Nomad playlist, and I think I have the other one set for best view or something, and that's according to the YouTube algorithm, not what I said. But I will put my Nomad playlist there. And so just hang tight, watch those as well. Like the ones that you like, comment, thumbs up, and all of that good stuff. And you will see me. I am just really excited. I am really liking how this came out, but I'm going to go seriously. I am. And you will see me, in one of these videos that'll pop up. Thanks.